crawl back under whatever rock you came from. Right now.
You talk to me like that? Kill him!
Welcome back to more Nuka World. For today, let's talk with Gage. But before doing that, I just want to go real quick to the market to do a little bit of shopping. And probably today we will have to go back to the mainland and assign some raiders to some settlements. Yes, you.
Well, I'll be damned. You actually did it. Nuka World is ours. All of it.
I was just doing what I do best.
Hey, if I didn't think you had it in you, I wouldn't have put my neck on the line. But still, you've just got to understand, we ain't ever been on ground this solid before. Now that we're here, let's keep this party going. I'm thinking it's time we set our sights on the Commonwealth.
I think I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would. Taking back Nuka World is a big friggin' deal, no question. But it can't be the end of things. Needs to be a beginning. These bunch of savages need a goal, something to focus on. If they ain't got it, they'll wind up turning on each other. In an operation this big, we're gonna need more of, well, everything. Nobody's gonna hand it to us. We need to take it. Commonwealth has a ton of shitty little settlements that could be put to better use. Don't you think?
Sounds like you've had this plan from the beginning.
The idea's crossed my mind, sure. But I'm just making suggestions here. You're the one that needs to give the go-ahead. We don't gotta rush into this headlong. We take it slow. Be smart about it. If we're aiming to grab a piece of the Commonwealth, it's going to take the right contacts and a lot of muscle. Right? I say we go have ourselves a chat with Shank. He's the point man for everything entering and leaving Nuka World. He floated this idea before. Been itching to talk to you ever since you took over. So I bet he's got a good idea of where to start. He's in charge of the caravan, so odds are you can find him somewhere near the marketplace.
If you're vouching for this Shank guy, that sounds good enough to me.
Yeah, sure. How else do you think he ended up at the top of my Christmas list? Just head over and talk to the guy. He'll back up what I'm saying about the Commonwealth. And while you're doing that, I've already got the gangs working on getting Nuka World's power plant up and running. It's about time we shed some real light around here and let people know we mean serious business. Oh, and if you want my advice, or if you want me to tag along, you've got it.
Okay. Level up. Yes, you go ahead. Yes, go ahead, I'm saying. Go ahead, Dogmeat. Oh, sweet home. Talk to Shank. So before talking with that dude, let's level up. When an enemy explodes, nearby enemies may suffer the same fate, okay? Well. Look at you.
Well, look who it is.
Now look who it is,
Thank you.
you.
What you've done with the place, boss. Gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you're standing here, well, I suppose Gage figured you might be the one to finally get things back on track. How long it'd take him to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth?
Sounded like a good idea.
Because it is. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears. So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things: territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from, an outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave, or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land? Or you want to wipe them out?
No, let's start with talking, okay?
Let me talk to them.
Oh, there's
I'll
violence,
convince them to
jeez.
leave.
Works for me. Once you've planted your flag in the place, I'll send a crew in to set up shop. Now, next up, you'll have to pick who you want to hold your outpost once it's established. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
Well, let's start with the pack.
The pack.
Sure. I'll get a stake on a string or something. That just leaves the target. Now, for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog, all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again. Make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka World's first new homestead?
Oh boy.
I'm ready.
Good. So, where do you want to hit?
Let's do the boathouse. That sounds like a good idea. I don't think I had someone over there. Like, the only thing that I'm not happy about is the slog, because I wanted to do a nice project with the slog. Of course, when I retook it, I can still do my thing there, I guess.
That one's the target.
Just wanted to make sure. So, to get these folks to scram, you got two main options. Buy them out, or scare them off. Either way, the more afraid they are, the simpler or cheaper getting them gone will be. Lizzie Wyeth over with the operators should have some toys that'll make running them off easier. And it's worth keeping in mind, the more populated or fortified a place is, the more prep you're gonna want to do before trying to run them off. Happy hunting, boss.
So let's talk with Lizzie. She has some tools for us we could use.
Over, boss. A pleasure. Shank said you might need some tools to ease relations with the people of the Commonwealth. Well, you've come to the right place. I've put together a couple of toys that should make getting what you want out of those rubes easier. Only thing we ask in return is that you remember the operators when you're handing out new territory on the other side of the mountains.
Your gang will be taken care of.
Wonderful. So, first up, something to manipulate a target. It's a homemade distillation brewed to mimic human flight pheromones. Toss one of these grenades at the feet of your target, and convincing the wary settler suddenly becomes a much simpler affair. Now, to function effectively, I had to make the formula precise. So it's not going to work on people in any of the big towns like Bunker Hill or Diamond City, nor on caravanners. But for your purposes, hitting settlements out in the Commonwealth, it ought to give you a serious edge.
Stop miming, okay? You didn't have anything in your other hand.
Take any advantage I can get.
Well, this should give you one. Here. Only had enough to make the one locally, but you can take the recipe as well, should you find yourself wanting more. So, the other trick up our sleeve is a little more broad spectrum than the grenades. Gulp down a couple lungfuls, and anyone you speak to will be far more apt to give you what you want. Plus, I've winnowed down the addiction risk to near zero, so no need to fear repeat usage. Here. Ingredients for that one have been tricky to find, but between that and the grenade, you should have no problem getting at least one settlement under your control before you have to brew up your own. And just remember us when you're crushing those poor settlers underfoot,
I will first check out if I can do this with my charisma, since I've got a very high charisma. Can I hit that damn thing? Uh-oh, that didn't work out. Well, what do we have here? I already own this place, right? I mean, I haven't done anything with it, looks like. Hey, boy.
Hey.
Yes. What do you want?
Are you the one in charge around here?
About as much as anyone, sure. Now, you want to tell me what it is you want?
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problems.
You wanna... This place? Listen, not trying to piss you off here, but, I'm not sure that's gonna work. This is home.
Look, I'm trying to help you here. You need to go. Now.
Oh, that's how it's gonna... Fine. Take it. Place is all yours.
See, I don't need anything. My charisma does the job. Complete. Build your gang, send your flag using the workshop. Okay. Let me just do one thing, and that is just give this settlement down here a little bit of a change. Preston hated that. Oh boy, I thought so. Well, anyhow, I've been fixing up a settlement down here. I've been putting a lot of these gun turrets. Got some nice decoration, like this gorilla chair. I got a Brahmin chair. I got a Brahmin couch. Got a few of these guys all around. I've got some of these pointy and spiky things. More turrets. Goes water. Now one thing I do not understand just yet, and that is the food, but apparently they need to get the food from the raiders. Now I did have one carrot down here. To get everything to max happiness, they shouldn't work, and or you need to add some extra decoration stuff. These kind of resources. Have like this radio transmitter. You have a boost still. You can get boost from that over time. You have the pick me up station where these guys can get the chems. And you have this chest where you get some rewards once in a while. Actually, let me fix up one of these things. Now I'm at it. About this would be fine. I'm just placing it right down there. I'm going to need some of these boost things to, you know, keep these dudes happy. Perfect. You know what? Third one would be nice. Everyone happy. Cool. So I need to talk now with the dude upstairs who's laying in his bed. I forgot to show you guys. I just placed some beds everywhere.
Yeah, this place ain't too bad. We gotta get supplies coming in. Head back and tell them we're good to go here.
Yeah, that's very nice. Talk to Shank. And I also noticed when I select this raider camp, you can see in the surrounding area that something will change. So there is the places where we need to get some supplies from, like Green Top Nursery would be a very nice one to start off with. Let's talk with Shank and see what's going to happen. Oh, brother.
Well, rumor going around is that some big bad raider boss strolled into the Commonwealth and talked a group of settlers right off their land. Not too shabby. I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Let's talk first, okay?
Let me talk to them. I'll get them to hand over what we need.
Sure. So, which crew you want keeping an eye on the place once you get them to bend the knee?
The pack.
Works for me. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself which settlements are within range of our outpost, you can check the map in your Pip-Boy. The Slog might be a good choice to hit, though I'd have to confirm that's still the case. So, what's the target?
No, I want to do Green Top Nursery.
Huh. Was that
They are all mine.
Huh. I think that one's your territory, boss. You're sure that's the one you want to hit?
Yes.
That one's the target.
Of course, boss. So, to get these settlers to cough up provisions, they need to know that we aren't a crew to be trifled with. You can try convincing them to pay up.
Yeah. Anyhow, so just seen that I'm missing my power armor, so I'm getting my power armor back and then go to Green Top Nursery. And yeah, convince these dudes. Then I have to go back to Shank and do part number 3.
Hey, you.
Hey, you, want to tell me what you're doing here?
I'm here to make you an offer. This place will supply me and my friends in Nuka World caps, food, whatever you got. In exchange, we won't bother you.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of hard work goes into this place. Can't just give it to you.
Ah, you want me to whoop your ass?
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, alright? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems.
It ain't happening, all right? Now, I think you ought to go.
I'm going to throw
Another
a
day of hard work.
damn grenade in your face, which in case I left at my freaking settlement. God damn it.
Do this the hard way? Fine. Let's do this the hard way.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
Let's do this!
Oh, God.
She died? Holy shit.
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, alright? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back, now please, get the hell out of here.
There's a lot of yapping about wiping us out.
Then I guess we'll just have to let them know who they're dealing with. You did good. Now get going. The adults are gonna discuss this.
Something wrong? Got a feeling something is wrong.
Figure this would happen sooner or later. Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new neighbors in the Commonwealth. An outside crew of raiders think we're honing in on their territory. Sounds like they're planning to tear the place up, and our people with it. Suppose this provides us a good opportunity to make an example. You thinking what I'm thinking?
I want to try talking to them.
So that's a no then. Look, boss, your clout may get you what you want around here, but that doesn't earn you a thing with raiders in the Commonwealth. All those mutts understand is force, and I think it's time you and them came to just such an understanding. But you should probably get going. You wouldn't want to keep our new friends waiting. Wouldn't be neighborly.
Gee, I just tried to be nice. I'm totally not made for this cruel world of raiding. Oh, what's going on here, huh?
Commonwealth raiders.
Hey
Got
there.
no
Good,
respect.
you're here. Spotted those dogs not far off. Things are about to get fun around here.
And
Ain't gonna take this place from us, but let
oh
them
boy,
try.
there they are. Okay, let's see. We have some intel on these raiders. Got 2 power armor, 2 loose
Who's in
dudes.
charge around here? I'll tear
Oh
their
boy,
heart out.
another dude.
I want the head of whoever's running this shit show brought you. You, the Nuka World waste pile that thought you could move your gang into sinners' territory and live? You give me one good reason I shouldn't slice you open and eat your heart right here.
You know what? You guys want this the hard way?
You listen closely. This land is ours. So turn around and crawl back under whatever rock you came from. Right now.
You talk to me like that? Kill him!
Damn it, I just killed one of my own guys. Zombie man! Holy shit, that's why I also chose for this for these guys, because they just have some cool stuff. Can I... Oh, we have something extra. Amplifier. Tune radio makes outpost happy, requires a Nuka World radio transmitter. Oh yeah, we need to turn that shit on, of course. Yeah, which one?
Master of Storm.
Not gonna tell me that the one he got killed was the one who took care of my carrots.
Heard some rumbles, this one didn't get you either. Figure I shouldn't be surprised.
Those raiders won't be causing us any more problems.
That's what I've been hearing. So I suppose your recent success brings us to the next step. Loyalty. Without loyalty, everything that's yours ain't. And to keep a crew loyal, you need to keep them happy. Now, keeping raiders happy isn't real hard. Just have to make sure they've got their basic necessities, just like any other settlement. That they've got some things to keep them entertained, and that their food's taken care of, which, with raiders, well, isn't like dealing with other settlements. Now, if you want me to go into detail on any of that, you just say.
I want to know more about managing the outpost's basic necessities.
Day-to-day needs. They're pretty straightforward. Just need to make sure you've set up solid defenses, plenty of beds under cover, and enough clean water to go around. Not much more to it than that. Was there anything else?
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Sure. If you've ever got more questions, you come find me. Or you can always consult that Pip-Boy on your arm. No better tool to tell you what your outpost may be hurting for. Now, this time around, seems the outpost doesn't need much setting up. Means we can start looking onward. And with the place in as good shape as it is, I was thinking it might be time I set up shop there. Save you a trip anytime you want to run a job. You just let me know if that's something that'd interest you. Be good to make some trouble in the So, you ready for the final piece of the puzzle?
And that is?
Bodies. And not the kind the disciples like to leave sitting around. Because what you've made is a foothold. To solidify our place, our outfit's gonna need some real numbers. 2 more outposts carved from the Commonwealth ought to do the trick. Get all that together, and, well, we'll have a real base of power on our hands. With that kind of clout, we'll be able to start setting up dealers at our outposts, get to selling stuff like real damn towns. We keep expanding from there, we'll even be able to set up spots where the locals can come drop off tribute. But I'm getting ahead of myself. For now, you'll want to start by claiming another 2 outposts. You just let me know whenever you want to get rolling on those jobs. So, boss, what's the plan?
Nothing for now.
All right.
Well, I think it's kinda clear right now. But this doesn't mean that nothing more will come into the future, because we still have to do something with this power plant. And like the raider dude was saying, over time raiders will get jealous if they have lesser than other raiders. So at some certain point I think shit will break loose and there will be a problem coming up. Any other than that, I don't think there is much more left than just taking all the settlements, take care for the supplies and that kind of crap. But for now I would like to thank you guys for watching. I want my prize. What is this? Nuka Cola Formula. Nuka Nuke. Oh my god. Nuka Nuke schematics. You can now build Nuka Nuke modifications. Oh boy, this is a